And Dash.
Streaming the podcast. The fans of the game. Ladies and gentlemen. The moves that you make. Stick by the podcast. With all the stories.
Hey guys, it's Bree over from Horror Soup, and I'm taking over this podcast, baby.
And I'm Caleb. I'm one of your hosts for the day. And yeah, guys, Ash and Elena aren't here. This fuckwad's over here taking this shit over.
Here I am.
And thank you so much to Ethan Hurt. You're not here right now, but you're the composer of our intro music. Check out his website at www.ethanhurt.com. Thank you, baby.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Hurt.
Mr. Hurt, that was very formal of you.
Yeah. He's a sir. He's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Well, for anyone that isn't familiar with Bree, quick introduction. So if you guys have been following Horror Soup for a long time, my other show, if you guys are like longtime listeners and you came over and you popped over to Scream, then you already know who Bree is. But if you don't, if you just came over from Morbid or you just found the show somewhere, Bree is, well, she's something.
I'm a person.
So
Somewhat, I guess.
So Bree is my best friend. Me and her started this podcast venture about like 2 years ago now.
2.5 years ago.
Yes. Is it something like that? Because it was April of what?
2019.
19? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like 2, yeah. Well, no.
2 years
like
and some change.
2 and some change.
2 years and some change. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever like said like, hey guys, 2 years. I think I forgot.
Hey guys.
2 years. Okay, but anyway, me and Bree started podcasting a long time ago, and funny enough, for anyone that doesn't know the backstory, that's how Ash and Elena found us a long time ago. You know, we were doing a podcast, they reached out, they said they liked the show, and then, you know, the rest is history. I mean, I wouldn't be here making Scream and whatnot if it wasn't for me and Bree starting a show a long time ago.
It was all downhill from there, brother.
It's all fucking downhill from there, man. And those are the origins, so that's the little intro. Bree is my best friend, and thank you for coming on for this little crossover. That's not a crossover, because they're not. I guess we've done a crossover
I'm taking over.
Before.
They don't know it, but I'm taking over.
This
is my show now.
It's fucking Bree's show now, baby. I'm not even here anymore. It's just yours now.
It's just me.
Oh, man, you can fucking have it. So, guys, today we're going to be talking about The Nun from 2018, an Emmy award-winning film. Not Emmy, but it's an award-winning film.
I was going to say, it seriously won an Emmy?
That didn't win Emmys.
I would be so mad.
It won awards, though.
Of what sort?
Oh, okay, so it won the award for Best Horror Poster.
Oh, the poster's pretty cool.
Give us a golf clap.
Okay.
Best Horror Poster. Okay, get ready for the next one. And the Hawaii Film Critics Society's Worst Film of the Year Award.
Is that a real thing?
Let's do golf clap. Golf clap.
Is that a real thing?
No, it's a real thing. Those are the two
Holy
awards it won.
shit.
I think it got nominated for one other award too. Did not win it. It was like something about being moderately good, and they were like, we're gonna have to cut that one.
Yeah, didn't cut it. Didn't fit the bill.
But you know, they got the Worst Film of the Year award, and as a watcher of this film, yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, that seems fine to me. I have no issue with that. This was written by Gary Duberman, who is the guy that's done a few of the Annabelle movies and was a contributor on the screenplay for It Chapter 1.
Oh, wow.
Here's where it gets funny. He also wrote It Chapter 2 completely on his own. And that's where we see the downfall, and that's why I was like, when I found that out, I was like, oh, so maybe that's why this and It Chapter 2 kind of...
I enjoyed It Chapter. I enjoyed both of the new movies, but not in the way...
steady decline,
not in
right?
the way that it was supposed to be enjoyed, I
yeah.
guess. Like, I just liked it because it had the clown and, like, the kids and everything like that.
Yeah, but I mean, It Chapter 2, I mean, like, it had double the budget. It was filled with CGI. The story wasn't as good. It was just...
the main issue I had with it.
The casting was really good. That's the best part of that movie.
The cast was like fucking
phenomenal.
A-list, dude.
But
A-list
like,
fucking actors.
They just shit the bed on that one, bro.
Yeah, they sure did.
So yeah, that's what we're dealing with this guy. And then it was also written by Mr. James Wan. Some people might recognize the name. He was the director of Saw and the creator of Billy the Puppet.
Oh yes. Don't. What did I say? Don't breathe.
The silence
Dead
one.
Silence.
Dead silence.
The
Yeah.
silence.
I think he's around here behind us. Oh, he's right there.
James. Billy the puppet.
No. Well, he's there too. But okay, so people won't see it on the video, but Billy Pup is right here. Also, for anyone that's a
No,
Scream
that's
listener.
Billy.
Oh wait, that's Billy. No, isn't? No, he's Billy. What's?
No, that's not Billy.
What are you talking about? The Saw puppet's Billy, isn't
His
he?
name is Billy.
Are they both Billy? Isn't
They-
the Saw puppet Billy?
I don't think so.
Saw puppet.
Name.
Billy the puppet. Yeah, it's literally Billy. What are you attacking me
Okay,
for?
now look him up.
Is he Billy too? Is he also Billy, the Dead Silence guy?
I think so.
Dead Silence puppet name. He's also Billy.
Nice.
I didn't know he was Billy.
Was that an Easter egg that we just discovered?
I'm sure everyone knew that, and they're just sitting there like, of course they're fucking both Billy. He made both of them. You
throwing their
fucking-
hands up
like,
in their
you
dur right
fucking
now, dude.
idiots.
Like, or wherever people listen to this. Like,
We're over here just having a sidetrack conversation. We're like, wait, are they both Billy?
2 Billies, dude? You gotta be shitting me.
But anyway, what I was going to
Good
say
for
is
them.
that for Scream listeners, you probably know that these videos aren't usually on YouTube or not in the video version, but this Scream episode is going to be on YouTube in the video version. So
I'm gonna be a superstar,
if
baby.
you physically want to see what we're talking about with the double Billies, you won't see one of them, but you'll see one of the Billies.
Are they both?
You can't see one.
Oh,
you can
yeah,
see
yeah,
like his stubble or something, you know?
Something's there.
Yeah, something's there. Okay, anyway, this doesn't help any of the audio listeners whatsoever.
Sorry, guys.
So the director was a guy named Corin Hardy. Funny enough about this guy, his debut feature was in 2015, and The Nun was his second feature film.
What was the first one?
Dog shit, fuck ass, who cares?
I would like to know though.
Oh, okay, well that's cool. Moving
Guess
on.
we'll never know.
So The Nun had a budget of 22 million, and unfortunately, it made 365 million.
Holy fuck!
Which, if anyone knows anything about like horror movie like box offices, this is one of the highest grossing horror movies of all time.
I thought
easily.
you were gonna say if anybody knows anything about money, that's a fuck ton.
If anyone knows about money, those are some big numbers right there, boy.
That's a big money, baby.
That's one big money. I went to the bank and I said, "Let me get one.
Let me get one of those.
One big one.
A large one, big one.
Super size me, baby."
I'm gonna do that next time I go to pull out money.
Let me get 100 and super size it.
Let me get one big one.
Anyway, so okay, they tried to kind of like bank off of It Chapter 1 because It Chapter 1 was the highest grossing horror movie of all time. It made about like
God damn.
700 something million at the
Of
box
all
office.
time?
Yeah, because horror movies, I mean, they really don't, there's not a lot that go past, I mean, even like,
That's true.
you know, like maybe 20, like a couple like million, you know, something
Yeah.
like that, like going like past even triple digit millions, like 100 millions and stuff. That's pretty big for a horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me really sad too, because that means that a movie like The Nun got like dude, oh my god. Are you kidding me? 365 fucking million, and there's other horror movies that are so good.
that are so much better that have
nothing.
came out literally this year.
Mm-hmm.
That are so much better that deserve that much money, dude. I feel like, anyways.
I mean, I would love to see something like Ready or Not getting like a box office like that.
I was gonna say that movie definitely deserved a 365 mil box office.
And then you get stuff that just like gets fucking snubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gets snubbed while The Nun. This is, guys, I mean, if
The Nun.
if you like The Nun, just turn this fucking episode off because this is
we
not,
are going to destroy it.
this is not a this is not a thing. I mean, we picked this like we decided to do this on our own, but this was not like I am so excited to talk about this. It was I'm so excited to talk about this because this shit fucking sucks.
A dog keeps licking my toes.
Yeah, Pepper will not stop licking my toes. He's just kind of walking around. That's what's going on under this table right now.
You don't see it.
But it's happening.
You'll be glad you didn't.
So yeah, they were trying to pan off the success of It Chapter 1. They kind of released it around the same time too, to kind of like get that. And you know what? It fucking worked. They panned off The Conjuring. They were like The Conjuring, The Nun. They kind of just made this movie like, you know what? Everyone liked this character. We can make a shit ton of money off of it and
Yeah.
put nothing into it.
Had so much potential and it was wasted.
Yeah, could have been good. And what they
It
still
could
haven't
have
made
been
the
so
Crooked
good.
Man, right?
It was so rushed, dude. Like it literally Conjuring 2 came out and they were like, boom,
None.
next year, bitch. The Nun.
And what about the Crooked Man? Weren't they supposed to make like a solo movie on him?
I don't know.
They were supposed to.
I didn't like that whole crooked man part of The Conjuring 2 either way.
I don't remember it. Like, okay, there's a few things that you're going to have to kind of help me out a little bit on because I haven't seen The Conjuring, like, 1 or 2 since they came out. I saw them both in theaters, and I haven't seen them since.
Okay.
So I don't really remember them. What year did they come out? Like, it was like...
No, like the first Conjuring came out 2013 or 2012. Yeah, I can't remember. I saw that in theaters. Conjuring 2 came out, like 2015, 2016?
That sounds about right. Something like that. Did you see the new one?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I tried to watch it, actually, when I was out in Boston, but I kind of fell asleep after, like, 15, 20 minutes. It was pretty slow in the beginning.
No, it's... The thing about that movie is, we're supposed to be talking about The Nun, but...
I mean, it goes into it. Conjuring 2 was 2016.
Yeah, 2016, and then the new one just came out, so... It was really slow, but it wasn't like the rest of the Conjuring movies, where it's like, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, in your face, oh my god, that's so scary, demon possession.
So you mean The Nun?
Yeah. It was more like... Because it really happened. Like, it's a true crime case. So it was like true crime mixed in with like paranormal. And I really enjoyed it, actually. Like, the makeup was done well. The acting was fire. Like, everything was really good.
I think another reason I wasn't like super like into finishing it or like staying up to watch it or anything is because, like I said, I really don't remember the first 2.
Well, this one doesn't really tie into the first 2 at all.
Okay.
Like, I think The Nun was the last one that was like in the Conjuring universe. Because at the end of the movie, it is in the universe, but it doesn't really like tie in. It's just another one of Ed and Lorraine Warren's like cases that they
Another thing, would you even say that this ties in? Like, I feel like that is the biggest controversy with this movie.
In
like, they did, but they...
At the very end of the movie.
But, like, it's like, bro, like, I feel like I saw a few reviews that were like, you know what, people shit on this movie, but it's not that bad, it's pretty good, and they were like, and the fucking crazy thing they did at the end where they tied in the Conjuring universe was the best thing I've ever seen. I was like... What do you mean? That was like a 2-second scene where they were like, oh, hey, so Ed and Lorraine Warren met this guy possessed. There you go, story. Like,
there you go. Boom. That's how The Nun happened.
That's it, dude.
You know what? I wanted to see more of how the nun became the nun. Like, how she became so
and
evil.
You get
but
none.
I guess, like, on the second watch, because this is literally only the second time I've watched it, from the first time
we're going to talk about that right now. That's my next topic.
And so I was like, okay, I really need to pay attention and see, like, where this, like, nun came from. And I guess she's just, like, a demon, or it's a demon that takes the form of something.
It has to, like, possess something so it can, like, get out and, like, blah, blah, blah.
Get out and, like, fucking spread evil.
It's literally just, like, any... Like, a 2-year-old could have thought of this after watching any possession movie.
Yeah.
Like, give them, like, 10 basic possession movies to watch, and then give them a story to make on the nun, and they'd come up with this movie. It's so, like... Because it's absurd. Like, that's all you want out of the series. You want to know, like, where the nun came from, like, you know, why she's doing her shit, like, what's going on, like, how did she get out, and then literally, like, they kind of give you that at the very end of the movie, but they don't explain anything about her origin. She's kind of just like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, I'm here. And the thing that I was like mostly upset about was like how scary she looks when she's just like standing.
And but that's the problem is that she's just standing.
But no, that's what I like about it, because she's very ominous and just like standing there, and she looks so fucking scary. But when she opens her mouth and her fucking CGI'd fucking teeth come out, that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I do like how she
like, keep her ominous, keep her like how she just like floats around hallways and shit. Like, that's what I really, really liked, but I wanted to see like why she took the form of a nun, and why she's attacking these other nuns at the Abbey.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I wanted to know.
I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions in this movie. Like, if you haven't seen The Nun yet and you're thinking about it because you want like answers to what's going on in the Conjuring universe,
you're gonna be
this
pissed.
really isn't the movie for you, because you're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna be like waiting, like, give me something, and it's never going to come.
You know what? Besides, my problem with this movie is the writing.
Oh, yeah.
It got very cheesy and just very cheap, like one of those like free movies that you would watch, free possession movies that you would watch on like on demand or something like that. That's how it felt. But there was a lot of scenes that were really fucking dope, dude.
They had
a real the first scene where the nun is hanging in front of the church, and her face is all bitten off by crows.
Yeah.
Gnarly, tight.
Not bad.
And then the other one, where Frenchie's like walking in the woods and like a fucking nun drops from a noose out of the tree and she like, I thought that was pretty fucking cool. And they're like in the graveyard with all the crosses and it's all dark and spooky. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, and I'm not a person that likes jump scares, but as far as jump scares go, there were good jump scares in this movie.
There was.
The issue is that that's all it has. Like, that's all they banked
That's
on.
all really James Wan does.
I mean, yeah, it is. That's all he does in most of his movies, but like in this one, it's just more than anything. It's like, okay, we're not going to write a story. We're just going to give you a lot of jump scares. And then just like, I mean, the Found Flick said it best. Like, I was watching a Found Flicks episode on The Nun a while ago, and he was talking about how, like, you know, the nun will literally just walk up in front of you, like, in front of a door, and, like, fucking, the
no, it's I think it's Taysa.
Yeah,
Because
Taysa.
it's like Taisa.
And then what's the last name again?
Farmiga.
Farmiga, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking like Fargoa. My brain was literally just like, I knew it wasn't right, but it was...
Parmesan cheese.
There we go. Taste the Parmesan cheese on the top of your soup. Anyway, he like mentioned how, like, you know, so many times the nun will literally just be standing in a door, and then she'll walk up, she'll be like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And she just kind of looks at her and then just leaves, like, just close the door, and it's like, oh, all right, like, that's fine, I guess.
Dude, one of the jump scares in this movie actually got me, and I can't remember which one it was.
So sorry.
I think it was the nun dropping from the tree.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
So I'm going to add on to that, too. Foundflix also said another thing that just described this movie perfectly. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about this, because this isn't the Foundflix description of this movie. But he did say that this whole movie feels like a haunted house, because it's just, like, things popping up at you. Like, it feels like a haunted house more than a movie. And I was like, that's actually perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that is a
Great
good description of this. If you've ever played, like, the VR game, Until Dawn, not like the original, but there's like a roller coaster version of it.
Oh, I played that before.
That
one's
movie.
really fun.
But it's this movie, isn't it? Like, isn't it like same energy?
Same energy. Hold on, I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
James Wan, I believe, is doing the remake of The Exorcist.
Is he? I think
Are you pissed or are you pissed?
I mean, it's not going to be good.
No, it's going to be terrible. I'm probably not even going to. I'm scared.
I mean,
I'm scared.
Well, Brie, we have to watch it though. We always see those.
You know what?
shitty remakes.
I'm kind of excited because I do like the first like 2 Saw movies. I like the first Conjuring movie. He has good stuff, but then he goes and does shit like the Nun.
Yeah, he just goes off the rails.
So I really hope they don't put like jump scares and shit into The Exorcist. That is such a good not pure, but good fucking movie on its own without jump scares. It's scary as fuck without any of that shit. So I'm just really hoping it doesn't ruin it.
Well, it's another thing. Like, how can you remake an Exorcist movie, especially when
You
it's The
really
Exorcist,
can't,
like the
dude.
original? Like, there's already
One of the greatest horror movies of all time.
But not even just that. Like, so many people have already been trying to remake like these possession movies to replicate The Exorcist for so long, and they've all been terrible. So it's like,
I really wonder if it's gonna be like a shot for shot remake.
Probably not.
That would be kind of cool. I
Yeah.
guess like just to like something newer
with Vince Vaughn.
with Vince Vaughn and Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, let's do a
Or
shot
Vin
for shot.
Diesel.
No, I want. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Matthew McConaughey as well. Brad Pitt in there somewhere.
I'll take it.
Solid.
So that's your statement.
That's my statement. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
if it's a shot for shot remake, you'll take it.
Yeah, if
Okay.
it's a shot for shot remake, I'll take it. Or if it's done like
a bold
Evil
statement.
Dead.
Okay.
If it's done like Evil Dead, how
So
it's
a
kind of a
reboot.
sequel. How it's kind of a sequel but a remake.
But more like reboot-ish, right?
Kind
Like
of,
it's not
yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
guess.
remake. Yeah. Okay,
There
but
you go.
anyway. Warby Parker is the Warby for me, and you know what? It could be the Warby for you too. So listen to what I gotta say, guys. Here's the thing. If you haven't heard of Warby Parker, I assume you have because they're pretty big and they're pretty awesome. But if you haven't, they are eyeball masterminds. They have everything that you need for your eyeballs, and they have a goal. It is to create boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. They are committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. They're offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, eye exams, and contact lenses. The glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses, and there are sunglasses, progressives, and blue light lenses available. And personally, I really like the blue light lenses. So you can actually go onto their website and take a quiz, which is really easy. It takes a few minutes. Next, it's going to match you with some glasses, but you don't even have to buy them immediately. You can use our code, which I'm going to tell you a little more about in a second, but you can use it and then get a home try-on kit for free. They're going to send you 5 pairs of glasses, and you can actually pick out which glasses you get to try for 5 days, the different shapes, the colors, all that good stuff, and then you just have to send it back, and you send it back with a prepaid label. So you get to try them, show them to all your friends, your grandpa, which is what I did. My grandpa, by the way, loved them. It's not even just me. Everyone around them seems to really enjoy Warby Parker, and it shows because they use good materials, and it's just so easy to do everything. It's so customizable. They have tons of options, and it doesn't even matter if you want contact lenses or a prescription lens because you can't see, or if you want sunglasses just to look cool. But like I said, you can also block those UV rays, which is what I like doing. You know what I mean? So it's really awesome, dude. The quiz takes not even a minute. I wouldn't even say a minute. It takes the smallest amount of time in the world, but it's really going to help you match yourself with what you need and what you want. Just whatever suits you. So guys, try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. You order 5 pair of glasses, like I said, to try on at home for free for 5 days. There is no obligation to buy whatsoever. It ships free, and it includes a prepaid return shipping label. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Seriously, guys. So try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/scream. warbyparker.com/scream. And really, guys, they are great. Thank you, dudes. Let's talk about the time that we watched The Nun, because I brought up to you, I was like, okay, we have this like movie theater in our town that has like, you know, $2-3 movies like certain days and whatnot. So I was like, okay, we should start going there like every week. It happened once, but I was like,
we only did it once.
but I was like, we should go.
I made salads for us. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I was like, we should go every week and just watch the shittiest movie that's available there.
We watched 2.
Yeah, we watched 2 that day. Well, because that's part of the story. We're going, and I'm like, let's watch the shittiest movie there. And you're like, well, The Nun's there, and I actually really want to see this. And I was like, well, that does fall into the shittiest movie there because
you
it is.
had already seen it.
But I'd already seen it. I just watched it like 2 weeks before, actually with Maria. And I was like, yeah, no, I really don't want to see that again. But you were like, well, I want to see The Nun. And I was like,
Didn't Maria said she liked it?
Maria did say she liked it, and I brought that up to her again, like, last night, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, that's not the story. And then we're going, and we're like, all right, so what are we going to watch? And I'm like, we should see The Meg, because it looks terrible. She's like, well, I'll see The Meg, but we have to see The Nun. I'm like, all right, let's just do both of them. And it turned out to be just the 2 worst viewing experiences that you could possibly have in a row.
The Meg was like an hour longer than this movie.
Dude, it was like 2.5, 3 hours long.
It was such a long movie.
So
and fucking
long.
Jason Statham's in it.
Dude,
and
Jason Statham ended that movie at least 4 different times. We're like, all right, it was like when we watched Avatar. We were like, all right, it's time to go. And then we're like, oh wait, 3 more hours? All right, cool. Kill that fucking shark for the 3rd time, dude.
Oh my God.
How come every time we see a movie with like blue creatures, we think it ends 3 different times and we end up in the theater way too long?
It's a sign we just shouldn't watch blue creature
like,
movies.
I'm never watching the Smurfs again.
Ever.
I'm done,
Never.
dude.
You got me fucked up.
The Blue Man Group,
Never
out of
doing
here. Their live
Get 'em outta here.
performances, done. So yeah, we started out with The Nun. We watched The Nun first, and Bree was super excited. You want to give them your side of that? Because I can tell your story, but I think it'd be better with you telling it.
I was really excited because, like I said,
The Nun
is fucking terrifying.
You wanted to know the origin of The Nun.
Exactly.
But I told you, right? That's the first thing you told me. You were like, I want to know the origin. I was like, there isn't any. And you were like, your words were like, well, maybe you just like, I want to see it. Like, I want to figure it out.
I wanted to see it for myself.
And I was like, bro, like, you're not getting anything.
I won't deny it. I wanted to see it.
The floor is yours now.
I really wanted to see this movie because, like I said, the nun looks really cool and fucking scary. And I was like, ooh, I got to know more about her. Didn't get anything from it. Nothing at all.
Terrible experience.
Yep.
And yeah, that's basically it. We watched it. Bree hated it. Scoot up a little bit, bud.
I apologize.
Bree's breaking my set.
I can't scoot.
Dude, this is fucking show business, man, and you're destroying the business that is the show.
Maybe secure your wall art a little more.
Look, man, I nailed them.
You
this is
didn't
as far
nail
as I could go. There's... Hold on. Talk to the people for a second. For the video people, I'm going to show you that there is nail.
There is nail. There is nail.
Nail.
Nail. Those are basically tacks.
That's one
The
nail.
little baby nails.
I had tacks and I removed them for nails. Anyway, this is the darkest fucking movie on the planet.
It's so dark, dude.
Dude, the intro is the darkest thing in the world. Like, the first 15 minutes of the movie, I had to turn off every light in my room because I just had, see that lamp over there?
Mm-hmm.
I had that turned on and I was like, squinting my eyes. I was like, what's going on?
It looks like a DC movie, dude.
It looks like the time that I saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark at the drive-in.
Oh, that movie's insanely dark as well. Why is that a thing?
Just because people don't know how to hire people with good lighting. They're like, oh, you know what, let's use 3 ring lights for this
Dude,
$22 million
it's a scary
movie.
The people who are going to see this movie
Like, obviously, you
want to be scared.
Look, you want dark undertones, but you want to see what's going on. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything for you.
Exactly, dude. Why the fuck are people doing that? Like, you think it looks cool or something? What's your problem?
I don't know,
I want to
man.
speak to you personally.
I don't know, man, but I couldn't see shit in this movie. I couldn't see a single goddamn thing. It was terrible. And also, I read some stupid fucking fact on IMDb that said one of the advertisements for The Nun had to be pulled because the jump scare was too scary and it was giving people a gas. Gas. From their... It goes on to say...
Giving people a gas?
Just gas. I just added a little flair to it.
Oh, okay.
Just giving people gas.
Is that literally what it says?
That is a fact. The way it goes on to say that administrators had to apologize for making people shit their pants. You guys don't believe me? Go on fucking IMDb, bitch.
You know what they also said? They also said this about The Conjuring 2, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of The Conjuring 2 whatsoever. I'm literally all there for the first one. The Conjuring 2, not it. They said that the set of Conjuring 2 had to be blessed. Because people were going home and experiencing weird things.
That sounds like some Amityville ass shit.
Like,
wait,
what? It's Ed and Lorraine Warren, con artists.
It's so funny that they started out this movie and like one of the first 3 words that they said was Amityville. Dude, that shit was killing me.
That was their money shot right there, dude.
I forgot about that part. Like, okay, this is the 3rd time I saw this because, like you said, this is your 2nd time.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it the time with Maria, the time with you, and then right now for this viewing for this fucking episode. And I never heard that before. And when I heard that, I was like, wait, Amityville? Because I think both times I came like a minute into it. Like, I missed like the very, very intro.
You think they're gonna redo Amityville?
What do you mean? There's like 28. I've been covering every single
No, but like
one of
James
them.
Wan. Do you
James
think?
Wan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he's doing like pretty much everything Ed and Lorraine Warren have ever even touched.
Amityville's really weird though because like the reason there's so many Amityville movies is because there isn't licensing on the name because it's all technically based off of a book, so people can just make adaptions of it because it's a book thing. It's not like no one has a copyright on Amityville.
The book is by Ed and Lorraine Warren though, right?
No, it's not. They're the people who investigated it, but it is by like it's by like the people from the hauntings and then like their lawyer. Like they kind of had like a whole thing going on in the background. I mean, it was all a fucking scam. Like anyone that knows about Amityville and the whole story.
An insane
like,
scam.
It was an insane scam, but like pretty much the lawyer came out later. Like it was like a previous lawyer that they went to. I'm kind of a little fuzzy on the story, but like there's a lawyer that helped them go into it, and there was I think another lawyer. Maybe it was the same one. Maybe there isn't 2. But basically a lawyer was like, hey, they came to me and they were trying to do this fake story and then like they kind of fucked me off and then now I'm revealing that it's very fake.
Insanely fake. Green slime coming from the walls. Come on, bro.
But yeah, the whole thing with that is that I feel like it wouldn't be very profitable for them to make another Amityville movie because at this point there's just so many popping out all the time. Like, I don't know, maybe if James Wan did it, you know, it would definitely be publicized more.
If James Wan did it and came out with like a trailer, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would go and see that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's possible, especially if they tied it into the Conjuring universe, because it already is tied into it, technically, but, like, if they tied it in a little more and they, like, you know, actually brought, like, the same actors around, they're like, hey, here's Ed and Lorraine Warren, here's fucking Fargoa and blah, blah, blah.
Fargoa.
Here's Fargo. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a maybe for me. I'd be interested in seeing that because at the moment, like, there's just so many Amityville movies. Like, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm in the process of covering every single one on Horror Soup right now. I'm on, like, I think me and Kim are on, like, 5 or 6. She just texted me yesterday, and we're doing,
There's, like, 18, right?
Yeah, we're doing, like, 6, 7, and 8, like, over, like, the next week or 2, so we'll be running those soon. But yeah, it's a fun series. So, I don't know. It could really go anywhere. could go a lot of places, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, people shit in their pants apparently. Anyway, Demian Bitcher. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it looks like Bitcher to me.
Let me see it.
Bichir.
Bisher.
It's Bitcher. So he's Father Burke in this, and it kind of sucks because I don't like his role in this, but he's Bob in The Hateful Eight. And I like his role.
I like he did a good job. For the lines and the role that he had, he did what he had to do, and I have no problem with any of the actors in this movie.
I don't have a problem with any of them.
They acted
generally
well. It was written bad.
Yeah, I do feel like, I don't know, I'm stuck in between, like, them not acting well, like, because of a poor script, or, like, you know, maybe they acted well and it was a poor script, so it just didn't show, but, like, I'm kind of stuck in between, because I don't know, I can't stand anything they said or did in this.
You really just hate this movie.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. I don't hate it that much.
Okay, so anyway, let's we had a lot to talk about, so let's get into this. We haven't even started the actual fucking play-by-play yet.
Yeah, let's get in this real quick.
So oddly enough, this movie starts out with, I had a vision back in Amityville. I had a premonition of your death by none other than Lorraine Warren. And I'm pretty sure that is a clip from one of the Conjurings. Is that
yeah, it's from the second one.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember because, like I said,
yeah,
I don't remember them too much, but I assumed it was. It seemed like it. And then we see the text, the following takes place in 1952. And after that, you know, we're chilling with two nun chicks that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say they're not very good actresses. And one of them has constant stink face, and the other one gets sucked into a church hole and can't get back out, leading us to the first kill of the movie.
Church hole.
Was that not a church hole, dude? They got caught in the
it was a church hole. It was like a... It was like a tunnel, and it said, God ends here, but in, like, Latin.
That's a
or
church
something.
hole.
Like, that's cool, I guess. I'm sorry if you're Christian, but I think that's pretty cool.
I'm sorry.
And, like, I think it's cool. Like, it's like, I guess it's kind of, like, edgy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, wait.
Oh.
For people that don't know what
Are
those
you
weird...
scared?
For people that don't know what those noises were, I just went to grab
to hold
Bree's
my
hand.
hand.
I was a little bit startled right now. So the other nun is straight up having a bad time after watching her homie die, so she walks to the end of the churchy area with a noose, and she's like, all right, dude, I'm done. And then a figure walks toward her, and then a cross flips upside down and gets set on fire. Dun, dun, dun.
I watched this movie with Miguel. And she's, like, carrying the noose to the window, and he's like, so what, she's about to peace out?
He's like, what, is she leaving the premises right now? Just so casual.
So she's about to peace out. And I was like, she said,
and then dipped. And then the cross flipped and went on fire, and she was like, I'm out of here, bro.
Like,
dude, did you not think that was the cheesiest fucking thing in the world? The cross flipping and then, like, just getting set on fire.
And then lighting on fire. It would have been... I would have been much more happy with it if the cross had just flipped.
If it just flipped,
still cheesy.
The fire was too much.
The fire was too much.
It was like, it was already a little weird,
taking
it
over the top a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. So now we start getting introduced to the only characters we'll see in the movie. There's Father Burke, there's Frenchie, he's the guy who found the body of the hanging nun, and soon we will meet Sister Irene, who is played by Taissa Farmiga.
Is it Taissa or Taissa?
I think I actually looked at the pronunciation and I forgot it. I think it's like I watched a video and it was like Taissa Farmiga.
I think she's so pretty. She's
beautiful.
She's in
her and her mom, or is her mom or her sister?
I don't know if it's her mom or her sister or her aunt.
I'll figure
maybe.
this out right now.
But anyways, she's in season 1 of American Horror Story, Murder House. Loved her. She plays Violet, and then she's in Coven, and she's also in Apocalypse as well.
Vera is one of the oldest, and Taissa is the youngest.
Oh, they're sisters.
Yeah, so they're sisters. Huh.
Yeah, they look exactly alike. I thought that was her mom.
I thought she might have been, but I also was like, I think it could be her sister, because, I mean, Vera doesn't look that old either. They're gorgeous. They're fucking beautiful for anyone that's on the video. Ooh, look at that. They're pretty.
Look at that. So pretty.
Oh, you know, they're pretty.
They're gorgeous, dude. I remember I tried to get Miguel to watch Murder House, like with Taissa or Taissa, whatever. And
is that the first season?
And I was like, oh, look, she's so pretty. Yeah.
She's in a few seasons, though, isn't she?
She's
or is she
in
just
like
in
3
one?
seasons.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Like, I love her hair. Like, she's so cool. And he was like, she looks like a boy. But then he sees her in a fucking nun costume, and he's like, yeah, she's pretty. Yeah, she's pretty. Whatever, dude.
Did you realize it was the same person, or were you like, hey,
I told him. I was like,
you were like, that-
you said she looked like a boy. He's like, nah, she's pretty.
He's like, nah, she's
like,
good
okay.
now. So she is off telling the little church kids that dinosaurs exist, Sister Irene, that is. And then Mother Superior walks in the room and tells her that she has a meeting with the Vatican and she has to go deal with some nun shit. Also, Frenchie is like dreaming about blood just going down staircases.
Well, because like when he found, you skipped an entire part of when he found the body. The coolest scene.
I just said that he found the body because I felt like that was enough. He walked up, he saw like the hanging body, and then he contacts like the church people, blah blah blah, and that's how it gets over to Sister Irene.
Yeah, but I don't understand why they picked Sister Irene.
See, that's a big thing. Like every like board you go on or like any discussion, people just like, so why her?
Yeah,
and like also,
she hadn't taken her vows yet, or
and
anything.
also why? Like
she wasn't a nun yet,
and they don't explain that either. Like why hadn't she taken her vows?
I don't know.
Is there a reasoning for it? And why did they pick this random fucking chick? Like it's
really
just,
like why didn't you pick Mother Superior or whatever?
I think like just the name Mother Superior is fucking hilarious. Every time I hear it, I'm like,
dude, I going a little not really off topic, but I was like watching this movie. I was like, why are nuns called sisters and priests are called fathers? And I was like, we should just call priests brothers.
Brothers? Hey, brother.
Like, in my head, I was like, forgive me, brother, for I have sinned.
Hey, forgive me, brother.
Brother, can you forgive me? I have sinned, brother.
Well, I mean, I like it.
That makes sense. Does it not? Why is one a father and one a sister? Like, I know there's that Mother Superior, but that's just one.
I love how genuine this is.
Like, I was seriously like, can we please, like, contact the Vatican? Be like, just call them brothers, man. Brothers of Christ.
Hey, dude, I'll tell him if you need me to.
Can we get him on speed dial real quick?
So, Brother Burke and Sister Irene head over to Frenchie's house. Almost called him Francis. And I want to note that
Frenchie's fucking hot, by the way.
He's a good-looking guy, but he's also wearing some kind of Charlie Day, Always Sunny in Philadelphia lounging-style dirt trousers.
Long johns.
Whatever you want to call them.
Dirt johns.
I have a name. The Dirt Johns. The Dirt Trows. So he's flirting with Sister Irene right up until he finds out she's a nun, and then he's like, oh, maybe that was bad because I'm involved in churches or whatever.
I told Miguel, I was like, the father, the priest, should have been like, can't you tell she's a nun?
Why?
Like from Nacho Libre.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Can't you tell she's a nun?
He's like, what's the matter with you? Can't you tell she's a nun?
But he can't tell, so
can't tell.
He just starts talking to him. He's like, yeah, so I found this dead nun, left her inside a freezer because I do that stuff. And then they walk into the fucking church and they're all bugging because this nun's sitting up and no longer laying down. He's like,
I thought that was pretty creepy.
He's like, I leave her like that.
Like, actually, like the whole fact that dead bodies can still twitch and move and
that's
even
a real thing.
sit up. No, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Like, that's a fact. It's insane to me. That is so scary. I
wild.
knew one of my childhood friends. Their mom was a nurse, and I guess, or not a nurse, but she was doing something in the morgue, and she like unzipped the bag or something happened, and she heard something, but she was just like, oh, whatever, and she turned around and this body was sitting up.
Oh,
like sitting up, dude.
See, I've read a lot of things about like tales about that, and I've read a lot of things like I've seen even videos on like. People talking to, like, people that work in morgues, and they're like, some people are like,
she
no.
quit her job after that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I believe it then. Because there's some people who are like, no, like, that never happens. That's just a tall tale, blah, blah. But there's other people like, no, yeah, like, that's a thing, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? This would be a very convenient time for Elena, to be here, like, right now, because we could just ask
help
her.
Us out.
If she didn't have 3 kids, I would just call her right now and be like, hey, so, maybe I could do it with James. I'll just be like, James, I know you were a priest. Were you ever in a morgue?
James was a priest?
Yeah, dude, that's my favorite fact about him. You didn't know that?
No.
We call James all the time when we have, like, priest questions. Like, me and Kim always just call James. We're like, hey, so what about this priest thing?
No fucking way.
Dude, like 10 years, like a decade. For anyone that doesn't know who James is, I mentioned him a few times on the show, but he's a person that I do a show called I'll Suck Your Blood With, and I also, like, he's done a bunch of horse soup and blah, blah, blah.
He's no longer a holy man, right?
No, he left the church. Like, he was a priest, and he left the church and, like, went on to be like, nah, dude, fuck this shit. Like, you guys are corrupt as hell. And then, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love James.
Scary shit, dude.
Yeah, dude, he has some
Way to go, James,
He has
man.
some awesome stories, man.
Nice.
Just ask him about free stuff sometimes. He'll give you a bunch.
Yeah, no, when he comes down in a few days.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be here in like fucking 3 days.
Oh, yup.
Yeah. Okay, no one cares about that. What is up, friend, aliens, humans, whatever you are? I am here to talk to you about something really cool. I'm here to talk to you about Simply Safe. So when Simply Safe Home Security's founders Chad and Eleanor Lawrence designed their first home security system in the kitchen, they did it for a very personal reason, and that is because their friend's home had just gotten broken into. And if you've ever been there, or if you have some friends that's happened to, you know it is not good. So they were struggling to find a security system that was simple to set up and would make them feel safe again. For me, you know what, dude? Chad and Eleanor, you guys hooked me up, because now I have a camera in my house, I have motion sensors, I have all this good stuff that just makes me feel comfortable in my own home. I know that there are people on my side protecting me whenever I need it, and I know that, you know what? No one's going to break into my house very easily, because you know what, guys? I got eyes and ears on you. I got motion on you. I got everything. It's really cool because making people feel safe is what Simply Safe's been doing for over 15 years, ever since that moment that their friend got their house broken into. They have a passion to protect people, and it not only drives every engineering detail in its products, but it motivates every interaction with its customers. Simply Safe has highly trained security experts ready whenever you need them, and whether that's during a fire, a burglary, a medical emergency, or even just when you're setting up the system, dude, they are always there. There's always someone there who has your back to keep you safe and make you feel safe. I am on the website right now and I'm looking at all this. These are all of the products that you can get on this. You can customize your own system. You can even get a free security camera valued at like $99 with our code. There's all this good stuff. Like I said, motion sensors, camera is really everything that you need. So guys, if you want to learn more about how Simply Safe can help protect you and your family, visit simplysafe.com/scream today to customize your system and get a free security camera. It's a free security camera, dude. You can also get a 60-day risk-free trial, so really, there's nothing to lose. Again, guys, that is simplysafe.com/scream. Guys, simplysafe.com/scream. And Simply Safe, thank you so much. Mwah! So now we meet the nun, and she basically just says, hey, so you can stay here or whatever, but, you know, I'm pretty tired right now from, you know, demon shit. I gotta do some blessings, so hit me up tomorrow.
Hold on a minute. They meet the abbess or the abbess.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
what I'm talking about. The abbess
nun
nun.
of the abbey.
It's vulva.
Yeah, vulva. Yeah. Vasectomy, whatever her name is. She's like.
Xylophone.
Dude, no,
fuck
she's
that
like
shit.
chilling in all black, like fully covered, and I'm like, okay, that looks fucking sick.
Face covered too.
That looks fucking tight, dude.
So you're waiting for the reveal.
she's
They kind of
like-
set it up a little well.
They did. They set that up really well, but then she starts talking, and the way she talks, she's like, "Do you saw it fit to marry the nun that killed herself?" Like a demon, and they're over there just like yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so how's it going,
We'll
Mrs.
stay right over there.
High Priestess?
We'll stay right over there in that creepy little half castle you got over there. Like, that's a demon.
I would literally look at her and be like, hey, take off that little fucking face garment and then we can talk.
That's
like,
a fucking
I don't know.
demon.
Look, this would be a good time to have James on to ask him about priest stuff. Maybe that's a holy thing and they have to keep it on, but I don't like that. Sus. I've played Among Us before.
It's freaky and it's tight.
Yeah, but I don't fuck with it. If I'm there, I'm not there.
Nope, you
know
got
what I
me
mean?
fucked up.
So now Brother Burke starts
Expose yourself.
telling some exorcism stories, and we start getting some good old flashbacks of Brother Burke contorting a kid to death. Side note, that will not be a part of the kill count because that's fucking stupid.
I mean, it's a kill in the movie.
It's not, though. It's a kill
It's not
before
a
the
kill,
movie. It's a
it's a
flashback
death,
of a
I
kill, and then also it's really stupid because he literally only tells that story just so that kid can come back at one point on all fours
look
and be
scary.
like, "Ugh."
And have a snake tongue. He's like,
Yeah, that's
all over the place.
He's like, "Ugh, you're in the ground now." Like that's all that happens. Like it's
that part was so fucking stupid, dude.
like, why do you have a tongue like that?
Like, and you know what was so you know what was also stupid is like the whole part where like he gets like buried alive. Literally 5 minutes before that, there's like the bells on the grave that people
and
ring
he's
if you're buried
explaining,
alive.
He's like, yeah, if you
He's
have
like,
this
yeah,
bell,
yeah.
you ring it, and then like, because people come to life after they
Boom.
were buried.
5 minutes
First
later.
thing, bell, bell, bell. He's just over there ringing.
That is really the whole bell thing. I think that's real.
That is a real thing, and it's a cool concept, and it would have been a lot cooler if they executed
had
it
done it
better.
right,
They
yeah.
did it so terribly. Like, it was literally like they mentioned it, and then 2
then,
seconds
boom,
later, they're
they
like,
did it.
here you go, dude, he's buried with a bell. And it's like, all right, cool.
I don't like.
That was okay. When I first watched the movie, when was the point that you like completely checked out? That was it for me.
That
bell
part
scene.
was it for me.
That was it, right? Because like other scenes, I was like, "This is bad. This is annoying."
That was
but
before
right
like
when they
the
did
whole.
that, done.
Sorry, that was like before the whole like portal opening and closing and the blood of Christ shit, right?
Yes, dude. Once they start talking about the blood of Christ and all that shit too, I'm like, come
Or,
on,
like,
dude.
when,
Just,
like,
just use every
they're,
cliche
like-
in the book, right? That's fine.
And then the war came and the bombs dropped and it opened the portal again.
Bree, I wrote that bomb part down because that's another part that
So
I completely forgot from my first two watches. Or maybe I didn't forget. Maybe I didn't notice it or something. Maybe I was laughing at some other dumb shit that was happening. But when they said, and then the bombs dropped, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. The bombs? You're talking about demon shit and you're talking about
The
atomic bombs dropping?
Release this fucking terrifying
Dude.
looking fucking no.
Like,
I'm sorry,
no,
do better.
dude.
Do better.
Are you kidding me? That's fucking radiation shit. This isn't a radiation story. This is some bitch getting possessed.
She had like boils and shit on her. Maybe,
But dude,
like,
come
she didn't.
on! Like, let's not do that. That made me so
It's
upset.
not, yeah.
Like, the bombs and the bell is when I'm like, no,
Out.
I'm done.
I'm out.
Like, this is not going any higher than half.
Like,
a
dude, I remember sitting in the movie theater with you and like for the first like 15, 20 minutes of the movie until the bell thing popped up.
I remember that.
I was
actually,
like,
you know what?
this isn't that bad.
I actually do remember that because you looked at me at the bell part and you literally turned over and you said, "Come on." And I was just like, I literally just nodded up and down. I was like, "Told you."
I'm really sad though because Taysa, she is a
She's
really
the
good
best
actress,
part of this
dude.
movie. I think like I said, I think the dude that played Bob in Hateful Eight, I already forgot, Bitcher. I like him. I don't think he's a bad actor at all. I think he's a really fucking good actor, actually. I don't think that he did that great in this movie. Like, I do think that it was part of the script, but I also think
It's the
he didn't do that
writing.
great either. But I do think that, like, Taysa did pretty fucking good. Like,
Dude,
there
she
definitely
did
are
great.
scenes where she annoyed me, but I know it's just the writing.
Yeah. Like, no, she's a fucking great actress, dude. And I felt really bad because, like, I want to say this is, like, one of her first big movies. Because before, American Horror Story is pretty fucking big, but it's not a
Pretty
movie.
big.
It's a show.
Yeah. This is
So,
a huge feature that
yeah,
made a lot of money.
yeah,
So it sucks.
it made a shit ton
especially-
of money, but,
especially
like-
when something makes a lot of money and then it
it's
sucks
not
and
that
and like
good.
it's mutually, I mean, not mutually, it's like universally understood that this
Mm-hmm.
movie sucks. I don't see that many people like I said, I've seen a few people like trying to run for it and like they're going to bat for it, but I think it's just because they like The Conjuring so much
Yeah.
and they want to like it, but like I don't ever see anyone saying like this is the best fucking movie or this is awesome.
My nephew loves this movie.
Like, which one?
Noah.
Oh,
He fucking loves this movie. That's why
That
they
guy's a
bought it on
demon.
Vudu.
that guy's a fucking demon, dude.
He just loves any horror movie whatsoever. Like, he loved Ouija. He loved
we bring him on an
fucking
episode?
Oculus. Like,
Oh, dude, Oculus sucked.
dude, he's actually, you know what? When's the last time you watched it?
I covered it on Horror Soup.
When?
Like 8 months ago. It was like a few months after you took a sabbatical from the show.
Sabbatical. I watched Oculus a few years ago, and I didn't mind it as much as Ouija. Ouija was fucking stupid.
Ouija's really bad.
My nephew just has really, really bad taste in movies just because, and I'll agree, he just loves fucking scary movies.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all of them. Like, he just loves them a lot.
I mean,
so.
and that's fair too. I mean, it's fine, but
Got
we
bad
should
taste.
definitely bring him on an episode of Horror Soup.
Dude, we can totally get him on. He's
That'd be
here.
hilarious.
He's here till like the middle of next month.
Wait, is he already here?
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
staying
he's
with
here right now?
Yeah, he's staying with his grandparents.
Dude,
in
let's
Riverside.
get him on like next week. Let's bring him to the Airbnb with James and get him on an episode. Let's bring him on Donkey
I'll
Fellatio.
have to ask his mom.
Oh god. Okay, well, aside from all the Noah stuff, so shortly after this story, Brother Burke has a creepy little nightmare and he sees this little kid that he murdered running around the grounds. Actually, you know, we already talked about most of that. I mean, do we have anything else we need to say about that? He rings the bell, he's in the ground. That's pretty much it, right? There's nothing else exciting that happens there.
There's hands that come out and grab his head, but like,
Okay, yeah. But is that okay, so that's it. Yeah. Okay,
that's
so
it.
so after a while of Brother Burke, chilling underground.
Thank you.
Sister Irene finds him and takes dude, did you count how long it took her to get him out of the ground?
1 minute.
You think it was 1 minute? I thought it was 15.
Well, in reality, it's a grave. It's 6 feet. There's no way you're gonna dig 6 feet in 15 minutes.
But how long was that part? Because she's like, okay, let me like, I don't know if you remember this completely, but like she finds out he's in the grave. She's like running around. She's like doing this thing where she tries to zen out.
She closes her eyes.
She like
she's
focuses and like listens to the scream in the exact spot of the bell, and then she runs around, like goes to this place, that place, that place. And I was like, at the end of it, I was like, I'm pretty sure from the time that she got to the cemetery and then the time that she got him out of that grave, it was at least like 8 or 10 minutes. It was a big chunk of the movie, dude. Because I remember
from
looking
the time
at the
he went
timestamp.
in the grave till the time that she found him, yes.
Yeah, I would say that, but like
the time that she was digging was like 1 minute.
But there was, but like since she found out he was in the grave and she was doing her whole Zen thing and everything, like, because there was a few minutes in between where like, you know, you see her alone.
I see what you're saying.
It was probably
yeah.
like what 8-10 minutes. It was
at least 10 minutes.
I'm saying, dude, it was because I was watching it like, okay, because me and you were both watching it around the same time. We were texting each other, and we were both around like 30 minutes, and we went to go take a break. It's a certain kind of break,
special kind of break, if you will.
And then like I came back, and I'm at like 30 minutes, and that's right around the time he goes underground and stuff. And then I look at the timestamp like when he gets out, because I was like, this seemed like really long. Like she was like doing this for a long time, and then I looked. It was at 45 minutes. So I was like, that was like 10-15 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
A long time.
And I remember thinking, because like I've seen, there's that one movie that Ryan Reynolds is in. It's called like Buried or whatever.
Oh, Amityville 2005.
I'm actually a fan of that one. But the Ryan Reynolds, I think it's Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling. I can't remember. It's a movie called Buried, and this like terrorist group like buries him alive.
I don't remember that.
And he has a cell phone. It's actually pretty intense from what I remember. It's been like 7 years since I've watched it, and he gets buried, and he's like, okay, like I need to think like smart about it. Like I don't want to light a fire because it takes up all the oxygen. Like he has a lighter, can't light it because it'll take up all his oxygen, and then like
Wait,
all
maybe
this
I
shit.
have seen this.
So when the dude like fucking lights the lighter for light, I'm like, no, you're gonna die. Like you fucking stupid idiot. And then it pisses me off so bad because like when she's like looking for Brother Burke, all the bells start ringing on all the graves. Yes. And so she's like, fuck, I need to find it. And she fucking zens out. gets her chakras aligned real quick. And she finds his grave and she puts her fucking ear to it. And I'm like, bitch, you're not sure of yourself. Maybe you shouldn't zen out anymore.
Like she was so sure of it that it was that grave, but then you're still listening after. Like you didn't zen that much, dude.
Just start digging, man. Start digging. You're gonna be there for a while. In real life, you'd be there for a while digging a 6-foot grave.
And the way she's digging is so obnoxious. She damn near takes his head off with the shovel. Like I was like, dude,
literally the shovel breaks into the casket.
How are you stabbing into the ground so fucking hard that you don't realize there's dirt under you and you go through the entire casket?
No,
like,
it's
how
funny
strong
because
is
she taps it. She taps the casket. She's like, okay, I hit it. And she fucking goes, whoosh. And I'm like,
dude,
you just killed that man. As far as you know.
That was insane. So now Sister and Irene and Brother Burke are starting to speak with the abbess and like the other nuns. And that doesn't seem important in comparison to the weird fucking conversation that Frenchie is having with a bartender back in town. Because the dude is like...
This was so ominous.
Dude, it was so... Like, I don't even know why this guy knew what he did. Or like why he's talking to him about what he's talking to him about. But like... It's happening. So he's like...
And he still has like the wooden cross that he ripped from a grave.
Oh my god, he's just holding it, dude. Like, what the fuck? And the guy's like, hey, so you brought nuns to the church, will ya? And Frenchie's like, yeah, bro. And the guy's like, ye said none died over yonder. 2 more yet to come if ye done thee over we. And that seemed to worry Frenchie.
I don't know what you were doing right now. It was like a mix of like Irish,
like a pirate,
and like Jamaican pirate, yeah, and like, but they're in Romania. I don't know.
It's a good descriptor, dude. Don't tell me he didn't sound like that. He sounded like a bumbling idiot.
He was bumbling a bit.
He had a bit of bumble.
So pirate. Romanians are pirates. Oh my god. I'm gonna get canceled for that for sure.
You're done, dude. So we head back to Sister Irene, who seems to have a new nun friend, and her new friend is dramatic as fuck and starts talking about the history of the Abbey, which involves like dukes and Monty Python characters and like the blood of Jesus and a bunch of dumbass shit.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna Google something. Real quick.
Okay. And then she goes on to say, it worked pretty well till we got fucking bombed.
I had to stop mid-goog. Mid-goog.
There's a pimple on my elbow. And dude, I don't even remember seeing, like I said, I don't remember seeing that the first few times I watched this. Like, when she said bombed, I paused the movie and I started crying audibly for like 3 minutes straight. So honestly, like...
Oh, wow.
What? What do you...
I was just like seeing where like the Abbey actually really is. I guess it's not called the Abbey anymore. It's called Basilica Cathedral of Saint Denis.
And that's where the nun was shot?
I don't know if that's where it was shot, but that's where it's based.
Oh,
like
okay. I know
the
that
Abbey or whatever.
they shot at like some church. There's a pimple on my elbow. They shot at like some church, and I think they paid like $5,000 an hour or something to shoot there. It's probably why the
damn.
budget was so fucking much. And I think they did. I read that like James Wan and the other dude did like a lot of like reshoots of interior and exterior stuff. So if they were doing interior too, then they might have done
To me,
like.
the church looks super fucking
Okay.
cool.
Here's the thing too. The production of the movie, like I said, I mean it's $22 million, but
It
the
looks
movie
good.
is shot well. Beside the lighting, when it's
Besides the
really
lighting,
dark,
yeah.
but the movie's shot really well. The shots of the church and like all that stuff, really fucking cool. And again, just all the waste.
Here's my thing. I'm not a religious person, but when it comes to like creepy churchy shit,
I love them. I want
I
to live in a
love
church,
it,
dude.
dude.
You know, dude.
creepy old fucking like churches are so fucking cool and creepy, dude.
Brie, I've been looking at like old churches for sale in like Ohio, and I'm really thinking about buying a church.
Just buying a church,
Yeah.
paint it black like Bam Margera.
I was reading some stuff about it though, and people say like living in a church is cool, but then you also have a lot of like religious people that'll just show up and try to like come in your house and stuff and be like, "Oh, hey, it's a church."
I'm just gonna spray paint not a church.
Not a
on front of
church
it.
on the wall. Yeah, this is
This is my
not.
home. No, the church looks really cool inside and outside. It's like creepy and dark all the time. Like, I love it.
And also, side note, was this movie like a lot funnier the first time we watched this? Did it feel like
No.
a lot more like?
This movie's not funny at all.
Well, it's not fun, but like funny in the sense that it sucks and it was like more entertaining. Was it just because we were together watching it and shitting
yeah,
on it?
probably.
Because I was so bored like the first 45 minutes.
yeah.
It started to get a little funny again for me. Like, you know, not funny in the sense they tried to be funny, but got a
I
little bit.
hate that's another thing I wanted to bring up. How they tried to sprinkle comedy
Their
in there
corny
and
ass
it
jokes.
wasn't hitting.
And it was always Frenchy. Like when he was like, "Oh, I'll use that shotgun later," and then he's like, "Now I used it."
He's like, I was saving it for emergencies, father, aka brother, and the fucking like this creepy ass the abbess.
It's a zombie.
She turns out to be dead.
That's a zombie.
Yeah, she turns out to be dead or whatever, and he fucking blows her head off, and he's like, that seemed like an emergency, and everybody's
hated
supposed
it.
to be like, like.
Hated it. Not a good
And then there's
callback.
another part. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but like they find the blood of Christ or whatever in that like capsule type thingy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, holy shit. And then Brother Burke's like, the holiest. It's so corny, dude.
That's so stupid, dude. Yeah, okay. Well, so around an hour in, something kind of starts happening for the first time. Brother Burke talks to Volva, and then Sister Irene starts realizing that ghosts are around when a chick rehangs herself in front of her. And then some marbles start rolling around on the ground. That's a real thing that happens in
It
the
was
movie.
from the rosary that broke.
Okay.
And she didn't hang herself. She was just kind of crouching there.
Okay. So at exactly an hour and a few seconds, Irene finally sees Volva in all her might, and wind starts blowing, and then like a cross starts flying, and then like she growls, and then Irene gets thrown to a wall, and Volva grabs her through the wall.
Well, because like they found that like special key inside the first dead nun's like hands, and it was so gross. Like when Brother Burke was like trying to fucking open her fingers for it, because they were like cracking 'cause she was frozen and dead or whatever. They find this key and they're like holding on to this key and they're like, we gotta find out what this key goes to. So she's like holding on for dear life to this key, and the whole time in the back the nun's like like fucking crazy.
Just fucking growling and going insane, acting a
Growling,
fool.
like roaring, dude.
The growling really got to me. I didn't like it. So some more growling happens, and then Irene's nun friend grabs her from behind another wall and is like, save your life. I'm gonna save your life. This is what I'm doing by grabbing you through this wall. This is what it is. A good grab this time. So around this time, the nun, all the nuns, they head over to the main church area so they can like mega pray to keep Vulva Demon away. And then all the nurses get thrown to the church benches and then like smash their heads or like smack their necks or whatever. Which I guess would be kind of cool if they were real, but they're all ghosts.
Yep.
So they're not even there. So again, not gonna be in the kill count.
This is what upset me.
The fact that nothing is real in this movie, that
The fact
everything
that
sucks
nothing
and then
is
also
real,
nothing's real.
And then they just blew past it.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, well, they're not real, that sucks.
They were like, oh, wait, the nun who hung herself was actually the last nun alive in this fucking place. So nothing...
And that's it.
They just blew past. It was literally like a 2-second fucking thing.
Because literally the whole movie is based around Sister Irene seeing these ghost demons that aren't really there and her hanging out with them, blah, blah, blah. And then they find out they're not real because they walk in and literally Brother Burke is like, hey, so I don't see anything. She's like, I do. Wait, no, I don't. And then they're like, oh, so they were ghosts the whole time. And they're like, yup, let's go get that nun. Like, wait, what the fuck, dude? Like, they literally just blow past everything, dude.
Can't you tell she's a nun?
What is up, guys? I'm here to talk to you about something really awesome, and that is Daily Harvest. When the weather gets warmer, the last thing I want to do is be all sweaty in my kitchen cooking over a flaming hot stove. I'm sure you guys agree, right? It's not really the vibe. I don't like heat. I don't like being sweaty, really, so, like, convenience is my forte. But also, I don't really want to order takeout all the time because it is really unhealthy for me. It is not good to be eating it all the time. So that's why here at Scream Podcast, we're all obsessed with Daily Harvest. And it's not just me. It is all of us here. We all love it. Ask all of us. Ask us all individually. Do you love Daily Harvest? We will say yes. Daily Harvest delivers delicious harvest bowls, flatbreads, smoothies, and more. And they're all built on organic fruits, vegetables, and yeah. It's right to your door. What's better? Like, what else could you ask for? It takes literally minutes to prepare, and I love knowing that the food I'm eating is actually good for me. I mean, look at all this cool stuff we have here. We got these mint cacao smoothies. We got these strawberry peach smoothies, these chocolate blueberry smoothies. Pretty sure the mint cacao is Ash's favorite, but they're really cool because they come in these little cups. You just dump them right in your blender. You can add whatever you prefer. You can add like some almond milk in there, like some fruit juice. Fruit juice is what I was trying to say. I should have just said juice. That would have made more sense, but whatever kind of juices you want, and then you just get your stuff, you put it in the frickin' blender, and bam, smoothie. And everything else they have is really easy too. There's these really cool flatbreads that I love. They have like bell peppers and onions, and oh, they're so good. Fully vegetarian too, by the way. Top tier. I just put them in the oven for I think I put them in the oven for like 15 minutes or something. Like, it's really fast, like 15-20 minutes, and bam, a whole delicious flatbread. That is all on dailyharvest.com, dude. I wouldn't lie to you. They also have these summer favorites right now. I mean, I love them, and I think you should too. They're called the Daily Harvest Scoops, and it's their plant-based ice cream. Come on, man. Plant-based ice cream? That is top tier, man. The scoops are the perfect sweet treat. Plus, it's gluten and dairy-free. So, I mean, most people can have it. I mean, I think everyone can, in my opinion. Ha ha ha. So anyway, Daily Harvest is all about leaving the earth in a better place than they found it. Not just for us, but for future generations to come. They focus on increasing biodiversity, investing in organic farming practices, reducing food waste, and even prioritizing recyclable and compostable packaging. How cool is that, guys? So, guys, I want you to stay cool, calm, and collected during the summer heat. I want you to do all of those. Go over to dailyharvest.com and enter code SCREAM to get $25 off your first box. That is dailyharvest.com with the code SCREAM to get $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. dailyharvest.com. Thank you guys for being a daily that harvests. So somehow Father Burke gets trapped in a corner with what is basically that zombie that you were talking about a second ago. Mm-hmm. And then Frenchie pulls up, he fucking shoots it, and then did you hear that Star Wars like music that starts playing? Like, it was like Victorious Star Wars music. It was like dun, 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 dun.
Walks up all dusty in his dirt johns and a shotgun.
They were trying to do like an Ash-like moment where he comes up with his shotgun looking like a badass, and it was like, nah, dude, you didn't do that.
If they tried that, I did not even get it. It was so bad. Got me fucked up.
So now, back at the main church area, they're just all, they're just all realizing that ghosts aren't real. That's that's basically about it. So they all gather around some dead ass nun
And the
body.
podcast right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically it.
That's basically it. Just end. Cold cut. So they're talking about how Irene's been going crazy, and then the dead nun wakes up and she starts like stabbing people with a sharp cross, and then Brother Burke is like, grab that cross and put some holy water on it.
No.
And then this might be the most absurd thing I've ever seen, because respectfully, Irene grabs a cross and puts some holy water on it.
Yeah.
And then Brother Burke rubs it on the nun's face, and then she just blows up into flames. She's just like,
She was so evil, man.
and then Brother Burke caught on fire, and he's like, oh
He's like,
god!
holy shit.
And then
Grab some holy water.
And then that's when Frenchie shoots and is like, that's an emergency.
Well, okay, the part that was cool to me, like, I don't know.
Take it back. Take it back.
No. It's kind of dark,
The part
I guess.
that existed to me.
It's kind of dark, I guess, is the fact that, like, a nun is on fire and she's, like, flailing in the air. Like, I thought that was kind of cool.
I don't think that's cool, but that's pretty funny, dude.
She was flailing.
That's pretty
You saw
funny.
it? She was, like, in a sheet.
Oh, yeah,
like,
she was flopping.
Flopping around, man.
So she gets pretty annoying 15 minutes before it ends, and that's a statement, because Irene goes, hey, I have this key, and I know where Jesus Christ's blood is, but before I can obtain the blood, I need you to knight me a purebred nun. Is that not what happened,
She totally
Brie?
got knighted, dude.
Dude, she laid down, they were like, with the sword.
You are holy now. You will be a virgin forever. And then Frenchie's like, that's unfortunate. I really wanted to bang you,
Dude,
basically.
literally, that's literally
Like,
what he said.
Can we stop that?
Because she was like, I want to be a pure nun now, and he's like, oh, that sucks. He's like, damn, I wanted to, you know what I mean?
Dude, I actually knew a girl who left everything behind. And
Became a nun?
she was a Nardog.
Yeah?
She was a Nardog. She left
Gnarly?
everything and became a nun.
Yeah, dude, because you gotta
Nobody
gotta
has seen
fucking
her
get rid
since.
of those sins, dude.
Nobody has seen her since, dude.
Got rid of them sins.
Insane.
Johnny sins. So after
Sins.
Irene gets knighted, they go down into the cellar, and Irene sticks a key between a couple of rocks, and we're supposed to believe that that's like a fucking keyhole.
And
then
it like opens up to an egg.
Brie, you want to read my note?
Oh, then where you at?
Right there, right at the top. Read like the third line down. I said, yeah,
They find an egg.
They find an egg with the blood of Jesus in it. That's a real. This is like some fucking Easter egg hunt bullshit. Like, are you kidding me?
Dude, and when they were talking about it, they were like, the blood of Jesus Christ.
The blood of Jeebus.
No, the blood of Christ. And then Frenchie's like, Christ? Jesus Christ?
He's like, you got that guy?
No, dumbass. Like, Jesus Christ Allen. Fucking Gigi Allen.
Gigi Allen.
It's just shitting thing.
Just throwing shit at the audience. Throwing shit at the fucking vulva. So they're all walking downstairs in the basement, and it's basically a maze. And then what do they decide to do? Split up. You know, what else are you going to do?
Solid choice.
Also, why is the nun always just, like, popping behind Irene and doing nothing? She did it, like, 5 times right here. She's like, you're at the end of this maze? I'm right here.
You know what? Because James Wan also did Insidious, right?
Did? I think maybe.
I think he did. The best part of Insidious was, like, for me anyways, like, the first one where they, like, changed houses and then, like, some creepy shit starts going around in the new house, and then she's like walking through the house to try and like discover it, and there's just like a little boy ghost like chilling, and she doesn't even notice him. Like, so I think they were like trying to bank off of that, and it didn't hit.
No,
it didn't hit.
Well, because she didn't do anything.
Yeah,
she did anything at any point.
Like, she didn't run, she didn't do shit.
I mean, dude, when the movie ends, she does nothing.
Nope.
At all. She
just kind of growls, opens her fucking CGI mouth, and yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they're just kind of going around the maze, and then you know, the nun is just standing there. My translation is like, this movie is like nothing but showing the audience what the protagonist can't see.
Repeat that?
Like, the protagonist being Sister Irene.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's standing there, she cannot see the nun standing behind her, but it's just like, viewers, look at this.
Oh, you can see it, but she can't.
She's right there. Like, they're just nudging at you.
Well.
So now, Irene ends up alone in a room. Stop yawning!
I'm tired.
Cut it out.
I yawned over here.
Don't do it. So now Irene ends up
God.
alone in a room with a bunch of Silent Hill nurse-looking nuns.
I don't want this show anymore. Take it back.
And she's standing on a pentagram. Oh.
Dude. The other pentagram part where she was like sitting there praying with all the ghost nuns, and she's getting sliced, and I'm like, okay, it's going to be like 3 scratches. That's like a mark of a demon or whatever. it pans out and it's a fucking pentagram. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Why would the nun do that?
Why? I don't even think the pentagram is an actual like
No.
symbol of like Satan.
No. I think it's
just
fucking.
witchcraft.
I think it's fucking stupid that they did
It's so
that.
stupid, dude.
It's really annoying.
Oh my god. Why put pentagrams in there? Like, you just made this movie so much edgier.
So she's standing on a pentagram, and then Brother Burke is getting trapped in corners by like vulva nun shadow clone jutsus, basically. Like there's just like 15 of her there, and I was like, okay, the harem jutsu. Okay, Naruto, I see you. So now Frenchie gets locked in a room with the Silent Hill nurse nuns, and they like, they're just like getting close to him as he's
Those
like not
looked cool.
looking.
Those
They
looked
did
pretty
look
cool.
cool. They're not bad,
They
but
looked
they
pretty
ripped
cool.
off Silent Hill.
Nah, I mean, they
So,
did.
I mean, and then he finds Irene, like, floating with a bloody bag on her head. And then, so he thinks it's Demon Irene. What? What?
Miguel saw that part where she's floating. And he's like, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
And he's like, he like scabs.
Alien Ant Farm is from our hometown. I saw
Love
them at the
that.
library once.
Nice. Goodfellas, probably.
So yeah, that happens, and then she says something like, "You idiot! I'm gonna kill you, French dude." And then he goes, "I'm French Canadian."
And she's like, the village is gonna miss their idiot tomorrow, because I'm gonna kill you.
And then he rubs some Jesus blood on her forehead, which makes her like undemon eyes.
Jesus blood.
That's what it was, dude. The blood of Jeeb. So then Volva shows up and kills Frenchie, and then fucking Brother Burke gets bit in the eyeball by a snake, and now the nun is aquatic now. The nun turns into Aquaman. Like, dude, you guys probably are listening to this, and if you haven't seen the movie, you probably think I'm being absurd, and I'm not. Every single thing I've mentioned has happened. I can guarantee that for a fucking fact.
The blood of Jeep.
Dude, that was Jeeb's blood, dude. But anyway, she's Aquaman and shit. It's the
I'm
moment.
sorry.
It's the
I'm
moment
sorry.
we've all been waiting for. Irene, the newly knighted nun, and Aquaman are getting ready to brawl for the fucking DC battle of the century.
Gotta go bodies, dude.
In the bathroom, no face shots. It kind of seems redundant to me that a nun that possesses demonly powers has to physically drown Irene underwater. Remember
Legit,
how-
like, why don't you just fucking, like, look at her and
Dude,
drown her?
she's holding her, drowning her, and then, like, Brother Burke tries to run up on the side of her, and she force pushes him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, so you have that power, but you're choking this girl? Like, what are you talking
Force
about?
pushes him.
Like, so why is this Star Wars?
This is the worst part of the movie that we're
Dude,
about
this
to
is
get
the
to.
worst fucking Star Wars
Oh my
Disney
God.
sequel I've ever seen.
Ever in my life. New Star Wars movie.
Disney, stop making the fucking spin-offs, dude. Like, come on, man.
I'm over it.
So after Volva starts choking Irene real good-like, she picks her up and then grabs the Jeebus blood egg and then realizes, oh no, it's open.
It pisses me off so much because she's literally like, huh?
And then just looks away like a fucking bumbling idiot.
But no, it's so stupid.
She
because
fully
she
wait.
literally
Bree.
audibly says, huh?
You want to know? That is very funny. I remember
It's so
laughing out loud in the
stupid.
theater at that part, actually.
So stupid.
But you know what is really funny? So since all of those, like, ghost nuns are there and blah, 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 those ghost nuns were Volva. That was her talking to...
Vulva. You mean
because all the,
Valak?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of those ghosts are coming from her
Vasectomy. Okay.
to Irene. So that means that, you know how those ghosts were sitting there and they were telling her how to kill Volva? That means Volva was telling her how to kill her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this movie's really fucking dumb. Like, it's really dumb.
It has reached a new point of dumb.
Like, it's meta dumb. Like, she was literally like,
so dumb.
hey, you want my plan? You want to kill me? Here's how you do it.
Here's how you do it.
Here's a fucking...
But I'm gonna choke you.
Dude, like, what
and
the
force
fuck?
throw other people. Like, what?
So yeah, she goes,
Dude, that's the worst part of the movie to me. She's like, because she has her fucking like teeth out and she's just like, she picks it up and she's like, huh?
She basically does that thing where like dogs tilt their heads. She's
Yeah.
like, what?
She was like, huh?
What?
And then looks at her and continues choking her.
And at first, since it was just broken and it was underwater, I assumed the blood's in the water, so she's just
yeah,
gonna like...
it's a liquid.
Yeah, so it's
That'll
just
do
there.
that.
But apparently somehow Irene broke it and sucked the blood out of it.
Sucked. She had Jeeb's blood in her mouth. And then so like she like comes back too. She comes out of the water. She's like, and then she goes.
It's that thing where it closes up like on her face and then close up on the nun, and the nun just gives like a stank face and then just starts blowing up. Like she blows
literally
up.
explodes and then descends into hell.
Tsunami. Like what the fuck,
a hurricane.
dude? Like what is happening?
Oh, this movie is so whack. So whack.
So stupid. And
It sucks. It had so much potential.
And then
dude.
also, like, Frenchie, like, died earlier, but then we find out that he, like, didn't die. Because
he comes back to life.
Yeah, he just comes back, he's like,
He's
hey,
a
guys,
Frenchman.
how's it going? And then they, like, wrap up Brother Burke's eye, and then, like, you know, he has a scar, and then, or, no, Frenchie has a scar on the back of his neck of a cross, and then that's, like, we already talked about earlier, we already spoiled that part, but it comes back, and it's Ed and Lorraine Warren, they're, like, teaching a college class, and they're like, so this is what
That's
happened.
from the first Conjuring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, they're pretty much bringing it back. They're like, so this Frenchie guy got a fucking demon in him, and then we tried to get the demon out, and then we fucked it up. Now the nun's mad at us, and boom, Conjuring.
Well, because, like, in the first Conjuring, Ed's like, no, I don't want, like, Lorraine to do this again because because after, I guess, like, now we know that that's Frenchie, but in the first Conjuring, we didn't know who that was that was possessed. I guess he, like, looked into her eyes and she, like, started screaming. She's like, ah, and, like, I guess she, like, shut herself in her room for a week and didn't come out and, like, do anything. So Ed's like, no, I don't want her to do this shit again. And that's how it, like, ties into this. It's the stupidest shit. It's like a 2-minute fucking scene.
If that.
So stupid, dude.
It's just the
I'm like, really? This is how you're tying it in? Just make it a standalone movie.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that. If you're going to tie it in at the very end. But now I'm wondering, because Frenchie's, like, possession scene is 20 years later.
Yes.
I'm wondering if, like,
So 1972.
Vera... Yeah. If Vera Farmiga... If Tessa Farmiga was playing Vera Farmiga just younger, if that's what they were trying to do.
I don't think so. I think they're different people.
Just different
maybe.
characters. Oh, wait, no, you're right, because her name's Irene.
You know
I'm
what is
stupid.
interesting, though? Right when I said that was 72, I started thinking about it, because I knew Amityville was around that time. Amityville was 74. So, you know what? Maybe
The Conjuring
we're going
was,
to
like,
tie
their
it.
first book.
Maybe
I'm
we're gonna tie
thinking
it
it's going
in.
to tie in.
I don't know.
I'm thinking it's going to.
Amityville, Ed and Lorraine Warren, James Wan.
We'll see. That might not be too bad.
Might be decent. I mean, there's a lot of shitty Amityvilles, so I mean...
There's a lot.
of
There's
them.
only, like, 2 good ones.
But yeah, guys, that was The Nun from 2018. What a fucking movie, dude.
What a wreck, man.
You know what's crazy? I'm looking right now at the time. This was only an hour and 7 minutes, and I feel like we just talked about this for like
5 hours.
For 5 hours. Like I feel like we were
This was
going in
painful.
on this. That's
painful.
crazy, dude. But there were 3 kills in this movie, and it's only 3 if you count Frenchie too. Like I mean, like he got possessed, and, you know, things happened to him. But if you count him, 3. If you don't count him, there is only 2 kills in this entire movie.
It's like a possession movie.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's a little weird when you have ghosts involved, I guess, you know, because then it goes into what is a kill and what isn't. But,
I mean,
but then
like,
people can get possessed, you know, like no one really, like the priest didn't die, like I guess like, Frenchie kind of died, you know, but that's about it. There's only 3 main characters, so it's like one of those things where you have 3 main characters in a horror movie and none of them dies. So that's kind of bugging.
But I mean, paranormal horror and like regular like horror, like slasher or whatever the fuck, is completely different. Like, I don't expect to see a lot of kills in paranormal type movies. Like,
yeah, it's true.
And honestly, I don't really like paranormal type. Like, it's not ones that I go to per se. Like, I'm more into like gore and shit like that. But it is what it is. I like to see people get fucking murked. Like, that's what I like.
So what do you rate The Nun, Brie?
What are we doing? Out of 5? Out of 10?
Out of 5.
A 2.
A 2? You went way higher than I thought you were gonna.
I'm doing a 2 because some of the scenes were really cool.
Dude, I can't give it that.
And I like Tessa.
I can't give it that. There's a half star for me.
Really?
Every time I've watched it, I think I've reviewed it on Letterboxd like every single time, and I looked at it, I was like, did I think like anything different?
It's a shit movie, don't get me wrong.
It's a half a star. Like,
it's
especially
shit
just
fucking,
thinking
you know,
about, like,
I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna do 1
1.5,
star.
right? Or 1. Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
do
fair.
1 star because some scenes were really cool.
I was gonna say, like, after we started talking about it and like the plot and like the things, like I figured that ghost thing too, like the fact that she basically gave her out and like the spitting and the blowing up, I was like, when you said 2, that kind of threw me off, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with 1 because
That's fair.
now that I'm thinking about it, I hate this movie.
I figured you weren't gonna go.
I've had the chance to watch it so many times, and Miguel has been like, "Hey, like, let's watch The Nun," and I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch that fucking movie.
Yeah,
it sucks.
To be fair, I did think you were gonna go like 1.5, like a little higher than me, but like 2, I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah,
I was being nice for a minute there.
well, that's the fucking Nun, man. 2018, dude. I think the next episode that we're going to do, I think me, Ash, and Elaine are going to be doing Texas Chainsaw next, so look out for that, brothers.
What?
Toby Hooper.
Dope.
Classic. Want to come on for that one? You can come on for that one, dude.
When are you doing it?
Next week or the week after.
Let me know when, man.
Okay.
I'll try and fit it in my schedule.
Gang, gang, dude.
Try and fit it in my schedule.
Gang, gang, dude.
I've been wanting to watch that movie for a long time. I
Yeah.
think they're on HBO.
I think it'd be fun, too, because we never did that on Horror Soup.
Nope.
That was one we were talking about doing for a long
And
time.
it sucks. It's literally your favorite movie.
It is, but
Like,
that's why we never did it, because we were saving it. We were like, all right, it has to be like
save
the right
it for
time.
a good time. And
Yeah.
then I left.
And you left, so time never came. So yeah, that's probably gonna be our next episode. Guys, if you want to check out all the Scream stuff, you can follow us on Instagram at Scream Podcast, on Twitter at The Scream Podcast. You can email us at screampodcast@yahoo.com. Check out my Letterboxd at Horror Soup Caleb, and of course, check out the show that spawned this show and everything else that Bree first plopped on. That's Horror Soup. You could also check out this episode that we covered right here, video version on YouTube. It's a Horror Soup Podcast. You can check out other videos or whatever else you want to do there. And then also check out my other YouTube. It's called All Bowls Welcome. That's where I do stuff that isn't horror, and Bree's on there every once in a while.
Yeah.
We do like Donkey Fellatio over there.
I'm
It's a
on one
show
of
where we
those.
just kind of go off.
Just get drunk.
Just get drunk and talk about dumb shit, really.
It's really fun.
That's pretty much it. It's a fun time. And, of course, if you guys want to check out Ash and Elena's stuff, they have Morbid, a True Crime podcast, and Crime Countdown.
If you haven't heard.
If you haven't, I'm pretty sure you've heard of it.
Haven't heard of
Pretty
Morbid.
sure you have. But if you're one of those people that haven't, go check it out. They're my usual hosts on this show. This is a little bit of a different episode.
It's the Bree takeover.
We do a little thing on this show where we say the show is the rage, but we use it like as a descriptor of how we felt about the movie. So you could do a quote, you could say the show is something based off the movie, you could say whatever you want, but just describe how you felt about the movie for the people.
The show is an egg.
Yeah, this show is a fucking nun and a French Canadian that like run around and do stupid ass shit, and like one guy like ends up in a fucking dirt hole, and then he has like a bell that he's ringing, and then people are like, oh hey, I'm gonna spit in your face, and then some bitch blows up. This is Tsunami. Fuck this show, dude. Are you kidding me? Say bye, Bree.
Take it back. Bye.
Ash, Elena, and Caleb, they met through some tweets. Exchanged some digits, now life is so sweet. Zooming all the time to record new episodes. Slanging the jokes to make our heads all explode. On PCP, I'm trapped inside a VHS. Scream, baby, scream, you know who do it the best. Through Anna's eyes, the team is ready to go. Fighting around the world, shout out to Russell Crowe. Oh, space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Internet homies, yeah, we tight like that. You wanna mess with Scream? Well, we might fight back. I'm still in that VHS bad drug experience. A window that is secret. Johnny Depp, are you hearing this? We top notch, podcasting the day away. What you say? Friendship on full display. My penis is in space. If you think that is odd, I'm wishing for endless corn and eggs for the squad. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was born. Best friends ever, truly the greatest team. Eggs, 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 we just living the dream. Space penis and endless corn. I've wanted to scream since the day I was